Well, hello, and welcome to today's rather short flight from Amsterdam to uh, Innsbruck. On the onset of it, we are just at the gate at Amsterdam, and we can see TUI 767 just commence a pushback. And thanks to time, the overlay is nice. It took quite a workaround to get that working. But yeah, while we're here, we can start fetching all our stuff. So first things first, let's quickly fetch our flight plan. As already put in the description, today we are going from Amsterdam to Innsbruck, and we expect departure from runway 09. We have quite a lot of ATC here, so I'm gonna have to start preparing for that. Let me actually activate my remote flight server so I can get a little help in dialing down the frequencies. When the loader has not a good job, that's what happens. Oh yeah, that is exactly what happens. All right, let me just quickly start my remote flight server so I can get. All right, start the server and connecting to SIM. Connecting to SIM. So we must trail update. We can start this, and we have quite a lot of ATC on board today. So wow, all the way from a lot of centers are on board. So that is interesting. Let me just quickly check what scope as well. Sorry. Yeah, it says we have delivery. No controllers now. So I think this is a little lull spot in between. So we might as well start preparing. All right, while the TUI gets out, we get inside. And let me just quickly call in my flight. Today we are going from, we're operating Austrian 372, which is about 19 minutes to depart. And we can start our boarding, load aircraft, and yeah, load aircraft. It's going to be a fast load, so there she goes. And while we're at it, we can quickly go. Oh, we already got a company message pending. Interesting. All right. So while we do that, let's quickly run through our checks, which involve. All right, the masters are off, mode select is normal, speed brake lever, and flaps out all the way down to 0. The landing gear lever is down, and overhead the batteries are looking all right, so we can put them on. Let's connect the APU fire test so we can get this going. And I'm going to delay the APU start until we are about to push back. All right, conducting our initialization. AOC menu, let's do a flight enable and let's do a request today. And we are going on Austrian 372 to Innsbruck with an alternate to Frankfurt, and we have an estimated en route time of about 1 hour and 5, so it's not a very long flight. All right, let me just initialize this, and while we're at it, let's get our flows going. So the flies on is down to testing the CVR. That looks good. I heard the tone there. ATN to 9, that looks all right. Strobes are there. This is the auto. The smoking signs come on. And everything else looks pretty all right here. Let's do a battery test. The elect page opens up, and let's put them back on. And yeah, it's 60 volts and reducing. As we come up, fuel pumps can go on with the engine fire test running. That looks all right. The audio switching is normal and everything looks here fine. This is going to 1 o'clock position. All right, the QNH is set to 1011, and it's gauged a nice wobbly gyro that we have here. And this is all right. This is all right. As we come down here, everything here looks normal. The transponder is 32,000. Lovely. All right, let's start setting an RMCDU. All right, departing from Amsterdam to Innsbruck with an alternate to Frankfurt. Our alternate, our flight number is AUA 372 from with a cost index today of 25. So it's going to make it a little shorter. All right, the cruise is about 370. I doubt we're going to reach 370 for such a short flight, but top of flight temp is about 57. So let's put that in. Temperature X. Why would that be 370 slash minus 57? There it goes. The ground temperature reported about 30 minutes ago was 17. So let's put that in. And the triple is pretty low today. Let's request the wind so we get that as well. And let's get a departure from Amsterdam. We are expecting, there is no ATC yet, so it's going to be on us. We're going to depart runway 09 for the Rendy to November. So let's go Rendy to November. Let's insert that. That goes all the way to Rendy, and then via the arrival, wind uplink is checked all the way to LOWI. Alright, right now it's going to be auto tune. I'm going to copy the active here. We'll quickly plan a turn back of EHAM. And since we're departing 09, I'm going to plan an arrival for let's take the farther runway, which is all the way to the distance. So that one's going to be, oops, please don't tell me to sign in. These always. No sim sound on the stream. Let me check that out. Have I? Oh, you're right. I have not unmuted my sim sound, so that's on me. All right, import from SimBrief. We get our departure and destination, and on Schiphol, we get ground charts, and it's gonna be 10-9. So let's start this and keep this. So we're all the way here. I'm gonna plan one. So we were planning to depart from runway 09, so which is this one over here. However, in case if we do come back, we're going to be landing in most probably winds are last checked at we're putting 170, so it's most probably going to be the runway 18 in use. So I'm going to plan for 18 right, which is usually used. So let's plan 18 right. So the island is 18 right, the no star, and it's going to be no via. And let's do a off check over here. Oops. And the weather reported last was 1703, temperatures of 17, so yeah, and finishes 1011. I'm going to need the barrow minimums to figure it out later. Our zero plan for today's flight is 59.7, so that's 59.7. Block fuel today is we've taken a little extra, so it's about 7.4. So actually, let me put in 7.3. It somehow doesn't like. And our alternate positive reserve is about 3.5, so actually make it 3.4. And on our perf page, let's do a quick calculation with what we have on the takeoff. Alright, we're departing 09. It is wet and it's going to be optimum. And since we're flying Austrian, we're going to keep the packs on and resync live. And let's do a calculate on this. Active is 18 left. All right. In that case, we can always change that as we get that. All right. What was the speed? Sorry. We get 2 down 0.361, 2 down 0.3, and flex of 61, and we get speeds of 41, 50, 53. So that's 141, 150, and 153. All right, lovely. Let's look at our and what are our received messages. Oh, we have a load shoe. All right, I'm not going to be accepting that. And while we are at it, since there is no ETC, I'm setting my cruise altitude all the way of 350. I definitely don't think I'll be able to get 370. And rest everything looks all right here. Let's do the oxygen test. That looks all right as well. And let's fix these. Fix this for the FO as well. And let's get some constraints going. All right, everything looks good here. I'm waiting for the irises to align, and the voting has been completed. Lovely. Let me just quickly tell it to resend the load sheet. Now we should have received it. Yep, there we go. Alrighty. Zero fuel rate is now revised to 59.7, which remains as it is, and a CG is 31.2, so that's slash 31.2. For a block fuel of 7.3, we get a takeoff weight of 66.9 versus 66.8. That is all right, so we can accept that. And since the takeoff weight is pretty much the same, the speeds remain the same. Let me see if there is an ATC. There are none as of now. Let me check Volanta. If in case there is an ATC, I can hopefully there are none today, so not too bad. And since Gulshan, you mentioned that we have 18 left in use, let me quickly check my taxi if I have to go 18 left. So I'm over here, 18 left is going to be over here, so it's not going to be a very long taxi either for that. And let me just tune in the traffic frequency.
Mine's fine and for runway 1 at right.
Schiphol traffic, Austrian 372 requesting runway news in Schiphol.
2-4.
1-8 right for arrivals, not 2-4.
Okay, we get a runway for departure into Schiphol, Austrian 372.
Departure is 2-4.
2-4, thank you. All right, so these guys are planning 2-4.
Schiphol traffic is 763 connecting 118 to Schiphol traffic.
All right, so for 2-4, we will have a considerably long taxi.
Have a takeoff, guys.
Speedbird 225 is lining up behind the KLM 737 departing.
You know what? One of the best ways to check which is the active runway for departure is to navigate to it. So those guys are departing from there. There's quite a lot of weather approaching in Amsterdam, so planning runway 18 right, departures 18 left. Alrighty, so you know what? I can depart from any runway. The beauty of this is since there is no ADC. So let's change that quickly to 18 left for departure and sync final, calculate. And let me change that. All right, we're going to be departing now. 18 left.
Speedbird 225 departing runway 24.
22 Echo is going to be our new departure, and I'm going to execute that. Check takeoff data. Yes, I am going to check that. Nav accuracy is upgraded. All right, we get 2 down, 0.262.
Again, 005 or after 1017 again?
Down, 0.262. So we get speeds of 140, 49, 50. 2.
Okay, in this case, 767 Juliet, we are departing KLM, landing at 24.
That's our speed there.
Traffic KLM 370 miles, pushing back from standard to 5 facing eastern Alexander.
Alrighty. Everything looks alright. Let's quickly run through the cockpit preparation checklist while I start the APU. Cabins and covers. Remove fuel quantity is 7,340 kg balance. Seatbelt signs on. Aiders are nav. Battery reference QNH 1011. Cockpit preparation checklist complete. While the APU starts up, let's make sure all our doors are closed. So we can
Skipper traffic, 667 Juliet, landing at 24.
Please take any investment jobs can be removed. All doors are closed and connect the target. And let's quickly review our taxi since we're departing 18 left as suggested. We are here and we need to go here. So it's gonna be a fairly short taxi. We just get out of here and parking stand there. No traffic. Alright, so we are presently today at that's our stand Golf 6. So as we taxi off, push back from Golf 6 for runway 18 left, we will join Alpha, which is to the right, and then we have to go to
Charlie, hold short 05, we'll take off after the 2767, I think.
we join Alpha. We have to go to 18 left, so somehow we cross via November 2, we'll go via Echo 6, and for full length departure, 18 left. That's the plan.
Hello?
That is Ritwik coming in on Discord, so I just gotta quickly say hi to him. Hi there, I am just at the gate and starting my push.
Behind the departing KLM, taking off 24. Orange 67 Juliet.
Okay, which is active right now? 24, right?
18 left for now as suggested by Gulshan, so it's gonna be 18 left for departure, Randy to Echo.
KLM starting lining up when I'm trying to take off.
Yep.
Okay, short, yeah, not a problem.
Yeah, I'm at Golf 6 just in case for information. Just deafening for now. I'll see you once I push back and take off maybe. Alright. APU is up and running. Let's quickly go up, get the externals off, get this off. Let me
Charlie will enter 24 after
let's get the disconnect GPU, and since we are almost fully ready, we can also commence our push. So let me quickly find my Fenix app. People traffic, Austrian 372 pushing back Golf 6 for runway 18 left. Alright, let's quickly run through my before start parking brake is set, takeoff speeds and thrust are set. Windows are closed and beacon is coming on. We can also start
Finnair to Echo Golf lining up and taking off runway 18 left. See ya!
Let's go. Let's start engine 2. Engine 2 start.
Crossing runway 18 center. Traffic is 18 cross runway 18 center. Now we'll be taxiing to gate 4 via Echo 13 Delta Alpha Alpha 17.
Engine 2 is nicely stabilized. Starting engine 1.
Finnair 9 Alpha Delta 1 Wide with departure 2.
Right, I did not tell him to disconnect the tug, but he's in a rather hurry to go. So, sure. Alright, engines 2 is coming up. Engine 2 is stabilized. It's selected to normal. Speed is off. Master's off. Let's on the speed brake. Trim into neutral. Flaps are 1 right now. They're 2. So flaps 2 and trim of down 0.2. So let's select the flight control page, and that's 1. That's down 0.2. Probably let's run the after start. IDI is off. ECAM status is checked. Pitch trim we have of 29.3. Rudder trim is neutral. Hand signals are received. Let's do a quick flight control check. Pull up, pull down, neutral, pull left, pull right, neutral. Let me run the rudders. Pull left, pull right, neutral. Alright, we're ready to taxi, so let's get the lights going. Come on, find the pit stop. Alrighty, let's review our taxi really quick. We go straight ahead, make a right turn Alpha, then join via Alpha 13 to November 2 to hold short of 0927 via Echo 6, and we go. Lovely.
Amsterdam traffic, LM 370 miles taxing Alpha 9 Charlie, Alpha 7
Wow.
November 24.
I'm gonna have to wait for those guys to get out. Alright, let's go. I think we'll clear up easy.
And Lufthansa 189, 6 miles final runway 18 center.
Right check.
Austrian 373 behind the Lufthansa 819, correction, behind the Lufthansa, yeah, 819, 9 miles, minimum per speed.
It's interesting. We used to have the old school beads to help us out with the altitude and the speeds. Most of the airplanes do not have this, but yeah, it's interesting. There was a time when this existed.
ETA 85 for Hotel Mike at 2.6 nautical mile final. Plane on the runway has just now vacated. I am landing right now.
Eraser 28, Whiskey 13 to cross runway 18 Charlie.
Left is clear, right is clear, turning right on Alpha.
KLM 894 by departure.
KLM 915, flying up runway 24 after departing Boeing 737 KLM. And Lufthansa 189, short final runway 18 center.
Alpha 15 is what our plan is, so that's Alpha 13, sorry, Alpha 13. So we gotta go quite a bit ahead before we get. That's Alpha 16. That's Alpha 15.
Lufthansa 189 Austrian 373, 5 miles out, minimum per speed, ASBON located. 18 center.
KLM 894, take off runway 24.
Amsterdam traffic, speed bird for 39, pushback and start facing east gate D18.
Hello, Scimitars. Streamers. Or streams, I suppose, sorry. I always say that wrong. I have just pushed back and started taxing out. Don't worry, you have enough time to spawn in and get in. I'll be really slow about it, don't worry. We're approaching Alpha 13 to the left, so we'll make a left turn over here. And remember, there is an active runway.
EC54 Hotel Mike has just vacated runway 18 right, traffic clear off runway.
Lufthansa 189 runway 18 center vacated.
Thanks, Lufthansa 373, right chamber.
The airport Charlie Kilo behind the departing
And we'll go on November 2 to hold short
company EC
0927.
departing up.
Schiphol traffic, Austrian 372 crossing runway 0927 for departure runway 18 left, Austrian correction, Schiphol. Alright, since we could be crossing an active runway, let's quickly just turn on our strobes and let me check once again if there is any departing traffic. Nope, it looks clear. Looks clear on this side as well. Cool, we're clear to cross. I'm just waiting for my cabin to come in. Cabin is secure. Takeoff conflict test. How do I put it on? Auto, oops. Oops. Alright, let's do a taxi checklist. Flight controls, check. Flap setting, config 2, radar and brake to ensure on and auto, engine mode selected normal. ECAM ammo takeoff, no blue, cabin is ready. Liner checklist was complete. All crew takeoff stations. Good. Schiphol traffic, Austrian 372, lining up runway 18 left for the Rendy 2 Echo departure, Schiphol.
And up on 84 Charlie Kilo, lining up behind the company aircraft that's departing out.
Guys, there was just a beautiful landing on 18 right now.
Thanks for the info.
That's the Kranebitten Hotel there. Alright, traffic seems to be departing runway 24, so that's all the way here. I'm hoping we should be clear for our departure. Alright, let's go then. Let's pull them out to 50%. Start our clocks.
Traffic that departing,
Takeoff.
EasyJet that just departed out of runway 24. What's your SID?
That's stabilized. And Flight 62 SRS nav and auto thrust blue. Thrust is set.
Amsterdam
100 knots is checked. We won. Rotate.
Stable traffic
A2.
85 outside 10 miles and tollbox 189.
Positive climb. Gear up. Nav.
Echo is Alpha 2, push and start.
And we can engage the APs there.
Easy, 84 traffic to departure.
Amsterdam traffic, KLM 37 Lima will be landing up behind departing after 8020 rapid depot.
Lever climb. Thrust climb. Climb. Auto thrust. Alright, that's positive. Speed check. Flaps 1. Gonna be quite a lot of traffic departing out of Amsterdam today. And there's quite a weather up ahead. Look at that. That is something I won't be entering if I really see that. Positive, flap 0, speed check, flaps 0. And standard is cross check, line passing 3-1 now. Let's disarm the spoilers and let's put our lights off.
Amsterdam traffic, KLM 37 Lima is taking off number 24 for the Arnett PCI departure. Bye.
Easy 54 Hotel Mike is taxiing from main 185 to the piers.
Skipper traffic 21306 is request line up runway T4.
Skipper traffic easy 85 up into fully established right 5 miles.
Texas Bravo 15.
It seems to be clearing out.
KLM Chevy Echo taxiing to holding point runway 24 Sierra 7. Amsterdam traffic.
Alright, as we climb past 10,000 feet, the lights go off, the seatbelt signs go off, red nav is cleared, secondary is going to be a copy of the active, and we're climbing 350, so let me put that in. That is interesting. We have a discontinuity. Let's check out our flight plan. We go via Renito to EDUPO, and then after that, Zulu 739 to MISGO. So let me see that. That Zulu 739. Zulu 739. And what's the point again? MISGO, MISGO. Inside that, we get MISGO, and then it's direct. Does not look right. Here, everything below natural. We have two naturals. We can remove this and for this discontinuity. That should take us nicely all the way to that upper descent via MADEB, and then we get the MADEB 1 Bravo. So there we are. As we just depart out of and fly over the Dillon we are. Yeah. And we proceed down south, almost overflying. Let me open my navigation panel. There it is, as we take off and fly over almost being Frankfurt, and being Zurich, we make a turn towards LOWI. Have you pushed back, Ritwig, or are you still spawning up?
Everything ready, I'm just starting my pushback.
Oh, lovely. Don't worry, I just got an airborne and I'm gonna be
Yeah, I saw your departure.
Yeah, no worries.
Yes, I got online by that time.
Yeah, no worries. I just got your message a little too late. I'd already started up, so maybe until next time. But don't worry, I'm not too fast, so you can easily catch me up. And as we plan for a 2-6 arrival, let me see if we can squeeze in the arrival over for 08, which is the circling. It's actually the localizer 2-6. And then as we land, we circle 408, and it's gonna be by the Rottington, or what was that? Rattenberg, sorry. So Rattenberg, so yeah, it's via Rattenberg, and we come in something like this via MADEB to Rattenberg. So if you look at the flight plan, we will go via MADEB to LM to Rattenberg, and then Advig, that is actually the arrival. So we come in MADEB, LM, Rattenberg, and then it's actually the approach. So if you have a look at the approach for localizer 2-6, let me pin that actually, and let's hide this. So once we cross Rattenberg, we're Advig, and then we commence a nice descending turn. And since we are planning for a sweeping turn for 08, I have one. Is it? No, not that one. Circle. Sorry, visual circle to land. Yeah, that's the one. So let me pin that as well. And as we descend, at some point, we will offset ourselves from the localizer, which is exactly at this point 4.2 on the OEV. Proceed out on a track of 230 until 264, and then at 3.5 OEV we come in and land on 08. This is an interesting visual approach, so let me insert that. And on the secondary,
Today I'm flying 738.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Today I'm flying 737.
Oh, nice. I did want to fly the 737 today, but I was just a little too lazy. Let me quickly do my landing calculations to 08. See, everything meets. It's reported dry, apply METAR, and we expect a landing weight today of fuel prediction. We got a 59.7. Estimated on landing will be 3.9, so 60, 61, 62.6. Like 62.6. And it's gonna be medium brakes. It's gonna be reversals. So yeah, we do make it on that. So interesting. So we can already start preparing for our approach. So auto brakes are set to medium, and while we're at it, we can go through our charts. So as we come in, we proceed via MADEB, which is 130 or above, and I can have a look at my charts here, my flight plan here. So MADEB is 130 above, which is there, and I proceed to Elmen, which is also 130 above, all the way to Rattenberg, which is also 130 and above. Post that, we carry out the localizer, which has a minimum of about 2250 plus 50, so 2300. But in most cases, we are going to carry out the visual for 08. So that makes it, after crossing Rattenberg, we proceed on a course in case of a hold is required. Otherwise, we proceed straight out on a course of 207 to Advig. At Advig, we commence, and remember, it's a pretty steep descent. It's 3.77 degree descent path, so we're going to be at least gear down and flaps 3, because we got to level out. So we're gonna at 19 DMA, we got to be fully configured for gear down and flaps 3, and we commence a descent. And as we come in for the visual 08, it tells us having established effective external visual reference between DME 6.3 and DME of this point and the missed approach point. So this is sorry, what was the approach? 11-3. So we are doing hope we can't do this. We gotta do a visual approach either of 11-1 or 11-2. So let me just quickly see my charts. It's pretty much the same. Right, so let's do the visual circling. It says the flight shall be continued with visual reference either straight in for runway 26 distance, depending on missed approach point versus missed approach climb performance, and on the right hand circuit to runway 08. Prescribed minimum visual flight visibility shall be observed during the visual part of the procedure. And basically what they're telling us is that once you commence from 6.3, you should be visual with the whole terrain and the whole valley here, because there's not too much maneuvering space here. So remember, it's 230 out and then come in and land on 08. That is our plan for today. Mark star. Cruise and because it's going to be low. Right. The pages are checked. And let me see that speed to 40. I'm gonna just change that to 150 and make this 9500. You will still have a too steep path because it's a 3.77, 3.8 roughly all the way down. And yeah, that's all right.
Traffic, data Fox traffic, coming to 6. Eastbound traffic, data Fox for Kilo Alpha Echo, taking off runway 26, leaving the aircraft traffic zone via Brain.
Almost past the halfway point in the flight. We're looking, fuel-wise, we're looking pretty all right. If you look at the flight plan that is pinned in the comment section, you will notice that we're doing pretty well on the fuel. We have, in fact, almost close to 20 minutes of hold time available. So that's more than enough.
Traffic Delta Fox Echo passing Delta final colleagues.
As we approach and MADEB needs to be 13,000 and above, I'm going to commence an initial descent to 130 so that I can be prepared for this arrival towards MADEB so that we can proceed all the way. And then remember, Rothenburg hold is also at 13,000 in case required. Alrighty. Let's see how much distance we have to Rothenburg. So we can always go fix info RQT, and then let's make a 150-mile radius from RTT, and we're already inside that, so yeah, we can start descending towards the VOR. Sorry, 150 is a little too less. Too much away. Let's do 100 miles. 100 miles, we'll start our descent towards Rothenburg. Start entering our destination data, so let's quickly request our weather for this. The AOC menu, weather, another request, LOWI, and let's get the METAR going, and let's send this. There it is. So the winds are variable at 1 knot, so I'm just gonna put 260 at 1 as the worst case scenario. Temperature 17, and the QNH remains at 1019. There are no minimums because it's a circling approach. It's gonna be a conflict full landing, rest everything looks alright. While we're at that, Our final approach track for runway 0 is going to be 077, and once we do commence our descent, we're going to have to level off at 3,700 feet. So remember, once we set the localizer, once we start on the localizer, it's going to be 3,700 feet on the descent. We're not going to be continuing our descent all the way down. And yeah. On descent all blue, final 130 blue. Profile look descent. Feeder RDT that is expected. So let's just quickly remove this. I wish Sobo had a release season in the same. That would be more fun. I think yes. I think the Rex AccuScenes is available for this region. I just don't have it. So maybe I should try getting that and seeing the difference. Apparently, for this region, that looks really nice. Apparently, yes, EHAM does open up a lot of good routes. In fact, our last CTP, if I remember, was from EHAM to Boston, was it? I just can't recollect. Was it Boston or was it Washington? The outside of with Rex is that you can set only one season at a time, and it's not dynamic. Well, technically, you always have only one season. And regarding the dynamics, there is an auto mode available that automatically does that for you, so you really don't have to constantly keep fidgeting with it. But yes, it has its own ups and downs, and 2024 will have dynamic seasons. Yes, that's what even I heard. 2024 is going to have dynamic seasons. It's going to have pretty much different textures throughout the globe. So you're not going to see the same kind of clouding and textures or ground textures as we see. I mean, look at these textures. You're going to see the same thing when you fly. When we did one of our flights from Dongyong to Chiang Mai. So the green on the grass here is going to be the green is not the same as the green on the grass there, because remember it's different kind of grass that goes in Austria or Netherlands versus Thailand. So they're going to even work on that. So it's supposed to be good. Let's see. I'm not sure how they will cater it for different regions. My guess is as good as yours. They are working hard for it, so that's the good thing. Put the seatbelt signs on, so I'm preparing my cabin for arrival. Well, you shouldn't hold your breath, but sometimes they can really surprise you, and some of those times, like, I don't mind this simulator at all. It has its ups and downs, but overall, visually, it looks really nice, and it has some of the most amazing. I mean, for example, the Fenix A320 it's one of the most amazing add-ons that is available. So yeah, you shouldn't hold your breath for it, but they do a decent job. Yeah, I have to get the Google Maps. I do agree. I think one of these days I'll have to sit and get that. I just want to give it a try. I don't have too great hopes from Google Maps as well, but I've been told they're not too bad, so why not just give it a try and see for ourselves how good they are. These are the lovely Alps. Is it me, or is the hue on this a little too much on the green side? It is. Yeah. I mean, Streamlines is a constant work for me. I'm still getting used to it. Not a bit too much. Yep. Let me see if I can fix that a little bit. For me, the hue, there's no hue. This is a Streamlabs issue, and I can see that it's a little on the greener side. So, is it the gamma? Well, we gotta live with what we have for today. Alright, as we proceed from OSDEV all the way to MADEB and then to LMM, we should be a little above 13,000, and we can start slowing down for our approach. So I'm going to activate the approach phase. We are below 20,000 feet, so that's now the speed 139 magenta. And remember, the Rottenberg hold is at 130. Right, giving the LS buttons on both sides. Alright, I'll see you next time. Tone down the music just a bit so can start concentrating on the landing a little bit. Have an early shift at the tower. Oh, you're tower controlling there as well. Good job. Keep it up. Until next time, maybe. Previous -500 blue. 6:30 AM cross country departures. Oh, lovely. Where are you flying your cross country? Go to the airport as well. I think that's the closest airfield for a cross country which has a precision approach available. Innsbruck Airport Austrian 372 proceeding to Rottenburg for the localizer 26 break off our visual circling for 08. Nope, Guna Dana is back to minimum 300. Oh, sweet. Does Guna have a precision approach? Alright. We can now descend down to the Rottenburg altitude of 9550. Oops. I need to figure this. Nope. So where do you guys do your IFR precision training? No need for any precision. Well, you have a few months, I suppose, maybe November and maybe the beginning of December until your VFR. You better be IFR after that because it's not going to be. Oh, yeah, Bhopal, okay, interesting. Did quite a bit of my flying from there. Exploring options. Oh, sweet. Let's get the lights on. People signs are on, LS buttons are on, constraints are back on, and I'm sorry, what?
You're taking that one, like from MADEB, you're going RTT and then flying in.
Yeah, MADEB, RTT, then the localizer break off for a circling 08.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Mostly we are doing overhead. The Papa Romeo for here, or we'll go to Indore or Udaipur. Oh, sweet. Understandable. Really too much. Since we are not going to join the hold at Rottenburg, I'll start configuring a little after Rottenburg. The first thing to get PC done and then move to circuits from next week. What's PC? I've somehow forgotten all these lingo terms. What's the requirement for solo at your school? Progress check. I have seriously lost track of these lingos. We don't have progress checks anymore, thankfully. We have PPCs, which is by the proficiency checks. So PC would stand for proficiency check where I am. It's basically a 5-hour check with 3 5. Oh, sweet. What, every 5 hours or just at the first 5 hours? For the first 5 hours, are basically effects of controls, climb, descent, turns, level of stalls, fast, slow, cruise, glide, etc. training. Oh, sweet. Where I went, our first check used to be at 10 hours and then multiples of 10 hours. So the next would be at 30 hours and then at 60 hours. And the next one would be at 120. So it would be a multiple of 10 and then multiplied by that number again. So it was a very different way of handling. It was called the Part 141. Yeah, that was the course that we did. The GFI takes a check after 5 hours to assess the progress and get a picture of when he can expect the students to get a solo. Oh, sweet. Yeah, that's nice. They're not really pushing you guys for a solo. Alright, transition QNH 1019, 10,000, passing 10,000 feet. Go check if battle references QNH 1019, minimums, no minimums, seatbelts on, and cabin signs. Sorry, seatbelt signs are on. Approach check is complete. As we approach Rottenburg, flaps 1. Speed check, flaps 1. That's Innsbruck over there. We'll look at the city. So we're gonna go all the way out and come back in. Right, I'm gonna set the next altitude of 3,700 because that's gonna be our next altitude, wherein we will level off for the visual circling for runway 08. Average about 12 to 17 hours for my instructor based on the historical. Oh, not bad. Would you know that the first solo that I got, I had close to almost 30 hours. So the school had a very different requirement for solo. So it took me almost 30 hours before I could, I think 31 was the exact number, 31 point something before I went solo. All constraint descent. As you make a swooping right turn into the valley, you can almost see Innsbruck in the distance there. Recheck, flaps 2. We have 2 normal circuit sessions, then an CFI check. Oh, sweet. I think it is important to have as many checks as possible before someone is released solo. The amount of incidents that we're having at solo is not funny at all. Followed by emergencies on the circuit and FRTU. How do you guys squeeze all of that in 12 to 17 hours? Where we've crossed Rottenburg. Next is Adwig, and at Adwig we will commence a descent. So 2 miles to Adwig, get down, 1 mile to Adwig, flaps 3 and ready for the descent. Followed by 3 consolidation sessions. Oh my god, you guys are really squeezing everything in now. Alright, that's 2 miles to Adwig. Care is coming down. Wall is around, and lights are coming on as well. That's the 4 solo checks, and if all goes well, 5th sortie, you are released. Wow, good. I'm impressed. Care is down, flaps 3, speed check. Almost see Innsbruck at the distance there. Innsbruck traffic, Austrian 372, localizer runway 26, break off, visual circuit, circle to land 408. Innsbruck. After releases 5 solo circuit sessions, and then fun general flying. Yeah, general flying is the most fun flying. You become your own boss, so yes, it does end up being really fun. Descent. As we almost dive into the valley, Alright, cabin is secured and fully ready for this approach. Remember the breakoff is at 4.2 OEV. Now this, it really shouldn't be there. We shouldn't get a glide slope like that. This is not an FLS approach. So one reason why I did not arm approach and descent on this is because then I would not be able to level off at 3700. So I want to level at 3700 because that's my lowest altitude for the visual circling. So yeah, if in case you're wondering why. Anyways, that is not supposed to be there because that signal only comes in the newest of the airplanes, and that is the FLS signal with the FMS landing system. Altitude is 5500. Let me just quickly check. I have the secondary flight plan for LOWI 08. Yeah. As we approach the city of Innsbruck, you can see it's pretty clear today, so how's it go? Music is paused. Concentrate on the landing. VS minus 1000, that's the mode reversion because I'm no longer going to be following the published approach. And remember the breakoff is at 4.2, so we are approaching that. FDs are going off, power is coming on. And we level off at 3700. Hold star. Hold. Alright, left track of 230, which is set. And we're gonna keep flying this until we reach a beam. where the hill starts pretty much. So somewhere about there on that track. Once we do reach that point, we're going to start flying on a track of 264. So our next track is 264 until we sweep back in, and then it becomes circling approach 408, which is 077. While we're here, we can also do this, but then it's okay. I have not really prepared for that then. Alright, we almost got to hug the valley on the left, and as we approach, I'm setting the next course, which is 264, which is set, and I can start turning in gently towards valley. I'm about a mile and a half away, and so that's a really close-in circuit technically, and I'm trying to keep as much space as I can, so I can, when I make that sweeping turn in, I am not going to be overshooting this, because there is terrain on the other side of the overshoot, so we've got to be a little careful of that. Alright, so the lookout point is 1, which is basically Church Axim, for where we are supposed to start our turn for the base. I do not have Church Axim, I suppose, in my scenery, so I'm gonna have to wing it. Or do I? Oh, there it is. If you can see, that is Church Axim. So once I cross that, I can start turning in. You wanna have a better look? That is Church Axim over there. Right, so setting the next course, which is our final course of 077. We should have crossed Axim, so flaps full, let's start a 3-degree descent turn. And remember, the terrain is descending with us, so although it appears, and yes, that is the GPWS warning coming in. There is a real sense here of, you know, as if you're gonna touch the terrain, but remember the terrain suddenly just drops in the end. And as expected, I have overshot the turn, but not too much, maybe just a tad bit. I am a little high, so I'm going to be correcting that by maintaining a constant of 1000, maybe about 1100 also. There it is, 2x2 rail. We're almost on the center line. I'm just correcting a little bit right and left. Landing checklist, landing, no blue cabin is ready. Landing checklist complete, correcting for the climb. Me or the GPW scholars are just not audible. Well, looks like
30, 20, retard.
it's a little bounce up there. Spoilers, reverse grain, decel, 70 knots. And I think we will just be able to vacate on Bravo. Final braking. Group traffic, Austrian 372 vacating on Bravo. Apart from a firm landing, that wasn't too bad.
Innsbruck traffic, KLM 7432 turning for
And as you
flying
can
left
see,
runway
I
24
landed.
circle to
There was
land
a
0
bounce, so we're not gonna deny that. But we landed on the center line even after the second bounce. 1.5 is not the hardest, so that's doable. We've seen worse. See where our ground equipment is parked, so oh, it's all the way there. A bit too many winds, so yeah. There's one there. I think there's one here as well. Two here, so yeah. It's like a constant barrage of windsocks. See? Let's see where my ground crew are at. I think they're there. Yeah. Let me get inside and start behaving like for taxi. Is there a line or I just turn in? It's closed. They're going off. Yeah, go. Lead is coming on. Oops. Little more. Brakes are set. And 2 minutes are up. Engines are going off. Beacons going off. Signal signs going off. And we can start deboarding. Also, we can connect the chocks. We can connect the forward and aft stairs. All doors can open up. 5 plus 1 2. And that's about it. Welcome to Innsbruck. Not too bad. Did we hit the target? No, we didn't. But it was close. That is a little funny parking. And the 2E static plane I really can't fix that. And not too bad at all. A rather fun flight. They've connected the GPU, which is funny at Innsbruck, but okay. If it's connected, it is going on.
in few moments.
Oh, sweet, I'm waiting for you. Connect the PC as well. We're at it. Let's check out where Ritwik is. So you just crossed Rottenburg, have you?
Yeah, I've crossed. I'm coming towards Rum and DB.
What the hell? Are you kidding me? I totally killed it. Wow. Good job, MSFS. Really good job.
MSFS finds a way to disappoint you somehow or the other.
Absolutely. I mean, how could you? How could you have finished your flight without an error or without... Look, I mean, I just don't know what this is. I have no idea what this is. I have no idea what this is. I'm just gonna portal myself onto one of the bays. Maybe say 3. Position. Not that much. Ready. Yep. Did I just see the fire warning light up? Oh, there it is. Oh, that's the FWC test happening. Not to worry. Oh, there he is. Let's try and track if we're coming in for a landing there. And I can almost use chase plane to almost chase him while on this approach. And that's a beautiful key jump that they've made. I think I should get the city back as well. Something good. Oh, that's crazy stuff. It did look like that, right? And this is like the perfect place for that. We time we just do with shit. You could hug the mountain a little more, Ritwik. Come on.
Yeah, going for that.
almost approaching the church. If anybody wants to know, that's the what's the name of the church again? Church Exams. That's the one that we were supposed to be keeping a lookout for. That's Church Exams for you. Orbix has everything. I know there's no city bag for LOWI, but there is something on flightsim.to which I'm not sure. But that has a slightly more detail in Innsbruck City. Really didn't try it, can't really say how good it is. I mean, this is just the basic Innsbruck city, Innsbruck Airport from Orbix. That's about it. A little bit. It's okay. The 737 has a much faster approach speed and therefore does require a considerably steeper turn. And that really does sometimes lead to an overshoot. But as long as you're aware of it that you may overshoot and you can plan for it, that I will be overshooting and I will be making a conscious effort to come back, I think it's all right. Chasing down for this landing, there is a meme already floating online of how not to land on this airport. Let's see if we can beat that in a 737. Spoilers. I don't see reversal. But he stopped. The numbers are coming in close. Yeah, he was a little too high, but he stopped. He's making the 180 here. Not bad, Ritvik. You managed to pull that off.
And somehow I have some problem with the controller. I don't know. Means like my
That's
plane is
okay.
turning left.
Turning left. Okay. Oh, interesting. So what, are you using the rudder to light set it? Yeah, that's okay. $750 a light. He can afford it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Let's reset the camera and let's. Lois sending a big bill to KLM. Well, not just KLM, maybe many other airlines operating here. Maybe I really want to try and what's the corporate that we have? The XL. I forgot. Which is the really nice corporate jet that is there on MSFS? Lex, is it? The Honda Jet, yeah, the Honda Jet is also cool. I think we should do some Honda Jet ops out of here and some.
Yeah, we can do this type of live private jet ops.
I know. That'll be really cool.
And luckily, it's another lot modified with jet option.
Waiting for the E-jets to get a proper LOWI. Oh, yeah. That is a constant work in progress. A fun flight. I'm just gonna get a snap of that, and maybe one from the valley at the back. Wait, nice flying, Ritwik. Until next time, maybe something soon. See you guys. Bye bye.